Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I want to show you a game from the last classical tournament which I played. It was in the first half of April. I actually won all of my games. And in one of them, I played the London, and that was a very interesting line. I played against Selena Zhao, who is rated close to 1700. She is the Missouri Middle School champion, and she will represent Missouri at the national, I believe it's called National Barber Tournament in a couple of months. So if Selena is watching, I wish you luck. And this is the game. So d4, d5. We have the London. Bishop f4, knight f6. e3. And Selena copies and brings out the bishop. So there are usually two things which we try to do when this bishop comes out. One, the bishop does not defend this pawn. So we try to arrange something like this. And two, we try to get this bishop in trouble. I played the move knight f3, and she makes it very, very symmetrical with pawn e6. In this position, there is a move for white, which is definitely playable. It's not the best move, but if black does not know what he's doing, he will get in trouble very quickly. And this is the case for this game, and this is also the case in several other games which I have played. And the move is knight e5. It's your usual London move, but it has a point. In many, many cases, you want to play g4, which is what I did in this game. Black played knight d7. I played g4. Now g4 is not the best move, but again, black really needs to know what they're doing. Because the most obvious moves, which are move the bishop, even take, they're not best. I'll show you the game, and then we'll come back. I'll show you what black is supposed to play. So, Selena played bishop e4. Of course, I play pawn f3. And the logic behind this is we don't take the bishop with the knight, but instead we play h4. And the point is we're threatening to play h5 to trap the bishop. And if black moves the pawn to give the bishop some running room, usually they will, either h6 or h5, because otherwise the bishop is trapped. Then we will take and ruin the pawns. And knight takes knight does not help, because if knight takes knight, we just take this guy, and then we attack this guy, and then we trap this guy. Okay, let's go back. Selena played pawn h5, and now, once this pawn moves, now we take the bishop. Takes. And this is very good for white because, A, this pawn is weak, and if we attack it, the only way to defend it is with a king. So, let's see what happened. I play bishop d3, attacking the pawn, and provoking the king to move. Now the king cannot castle. King f7. Now I play g5, and now the knight is attacked. Selena moved the knight to g8, because she wants to go here than here. I played queen e2. And the rest of the game is instructive because you get to see how to take advantage of a good position where you have better pieces, you have better development, your opponent's king is not very good, but how do you win? So I played queen e2. Why? Well, I might swing my queen over here. I might actually bring it all the way here. That could be interesting. I might castle long. I might play e4. All those things are possible. So queen e2. Selena plays c5. Obviously, she wants to trap my bishop. And I could play c4 and the middle will explode, but that might help black activate their pieces. I did not want to allow that, so I played c3. Black played knight e7 because she wants to play knight f5, and that's a pretty good knight. I played knight d2 to bring my knight into the game. She took on d4. I have to decide how to take that. If I take with this pawn, well, so one move at a time. The reason she took is if I take with this pawn, she put the knight on f5. I don't get to kick that knight. So here. And the point is this knight has a nice outpost. But I do have this open line for the queen. Option B, I take with this pawn. The downside is this queen is blocked. But the upside is if the knight moves, I could play e4. The other thing to consider is now this line is open. So I thought about it for a while and I took with the e pawn. Because black does not have any counterplay. I like this open line. Okay. So I took with the e pawn. She plays knight f5. That's a good knight. I play king f2. And king f2 is not the best move. Computer wants me to castle long. But I thought castle long is a little bit too crazy. Computer also wants me to expand with a4. I play king f2 because I don't want to castle short. It doesn't help me. In fact, I need to keep this pawn defended. I did not want to castle long. I thought my king is perfectly safe here. And the reason behind king f2 is one of my rooks can go to the e file. She played a6 because she wants to play b5 and push with the minority attack. I played rook e1 as predicted, attacking the pawn. She defended, queen e7. I played knight f1. And the reason for knight f1 is I'm trying to dislodge this knight. Selena played pawn b5, continuing with the minority attack plan. I continue with my plan of knight g3. Selena provides reinforcements to the pawn with rook e8. And now I move my queen to c2 because now I have the spin. And because I have the spin, it means I can maybe take. And by the way, if we go back, I didn't have this threat here because the bishop covers the queen. But after queen c2 I do, because after takes, I would take again. After the pawn takes, I have this open line. Okay, Selena obviously realized that. She's good. And she played queen d8. And now, my pieces are good. And I start thinking about ways to break through. I start to think of the ways to sacrifice. And I came up with a very interesting idea. So, I took the knight. Selena took back with this pawn. Similar things happen if she takes with this pawn as well. My plan was to sacrifice. And my logic is this. So takes, check. King moves. So now, my plan was to take this pawn, have the king come here, and die with my queen here with a fork. So it takes several more moves. So when I started this whole idea, I spent maybe 5 minutes calculating to make sure that it works. So again, knight takes Selena took back. Takes, takes, takes. King moves. I take this guy, queen d5. She plays king h7. I check. That's a free pawn. But the point is, I'm going to employ my rook. So king takes. Rook g1 check. She moves, and I take here. And that's a fork. King g8. I can take either way. I chose to take this way. And now I'm up a lot of material. I'm up a rook for a knight. I'm also up 3 pawns. It's still important not to rush and play this very precisely. She takes this pawn. Because I'm up, I trade queens. So queen takes, rook takes. Now my bishop is attacked. I could go here and try... Maybe I cannot actually go there because then this attacks my rook and my bishop is still attacked. So I simply move my bishop, attacking the rook. She moves the rook to h6, saving the rook. I play rook d8, attacking the knight. My point is to try to take advantage of the spin somehow. She saves the knight. She plays knight b6. And I play bishop e5. And the point is this bishop is pinned, which means that this is actually a threat. I'm trying to take, king moves, and the rook takes checkmate. There are several ways that black can try to deal with this. It looks like black can simply step out of the pin, but here white has a nice tactic. I will pause and have you find it. I hope you were able to find rook takes bishop, king takes fork, because of this rook. So she did not do this, but this is a rather large threat. So she moves the pawn, but of course now the rook does not cover this square. And because the rook does not cover this square, that means that's the end of the bishop. And here Selena resigned. This was one of several nice wins with the London from this tournament. I plan to show you more wins in the upcoming days. And again, one thing that I want to remember is this trick with knight e5. This trick with knight e5 with the idea of playing g4. Now this trick, if black knows what he is doing, the trick does not work and black should be fine. I will show you why it doesn't work in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, please subscribe. I'll be back soon. Thank you.